12 to 20-hour days, and I enjoy hearing about any complications that arise during production and solutions that come up. So I'm wondering if you can recall a particularly challenging day on Buffy and how that affected.
Yeah, I mean, they were all challenging. Seriously, it was known and it's still known that if you directed Buffy, you can direct anything, because Buffy has makeup, it has computer effects, it has special effects, it has stunts, it has comedy, it has drama, it has everything. So if you can bring off all of those elements, you can work anywhere. So anyone that directed Buffy has a free ticket in Hollywood right now. Some funny stories though. There was an episode where we spent $250,000 on this big puppet, that was going to be all wet, and I'm going to fight the big puppet. I mean, it was about as big as, I don't know, the room. It was huge. Piece of foam. There's like 9 guys inside, sweating, making the thing scary and everything. And we get it on the set, and they didn't plan for the fact that it was going to be in water. So it sucked up all the water like a sponge, right? And all the guys inside are about to die. They're radioing, going, "Gotta get out of here," like that, right? And so they just let them go because they don't want to be sued. And so by the end of the day, I'm with this puppet. It's all sagged over the side, and I'm like. If you really watch that episode, it's a lot like the puppet episode in Angel, because I'm doing the puppet. I'm making it hit me like right off. I'm taking this big foam arm right off screen and hitting myself. Because really, we were on set and everyone is just like, we're screwed. We're screwed. This episode is going to be the worst we've ever filmed in our life. What do we do? What do we do? And I'm like, hey man, I'm a stage actor. Give me that thing. Give me that thing. So I fought myself with the puppet.
Seems kind of stupid now, but first of all,
stupid questions are the best ones.
Just kind of a small question first. I thought you were British.
Yeah. I still, when I go over to sign autographs in England, all the teenage girls go, "Give us your sexy British accent." I'm like, what? Man, what's wrong with the American one? Ain't that so sexy? No, not so much.
And then my real question is, who would you rather kiss again, Sarah Michelle Gellar or John Barry?
That is a great question. That's a great question. I don't know what that sign means, man. 15. Right on, thank you. For me, like when I kiss a girl, dude, I want to be the director. I want to say, this girl's going to get kissed right now. Yeah? But when there's another director out there saying, kiss her now, and you're getting paid, what's your job description? Are you an actor or are you a prostitute? You have to ask yourself. And so every time I have a love scene, I got to deal with that. And some people have that thought, some people don't, but I do. And so for me, if I'm going to kiss somebody, it really devolves down to, do I trust that person? Is that person my friend? Is that person going to help me through this weird day that we're having? And on that score, I'd rather kiss John than any other human being on earth. I kiss him every day. I'll kiss that man. I bit him. The first time we did the first take, he's like, "Ow!" I'm like, "Well, I haven't seen you in like 100 years." Yeah.
Hi. I just wanted to know what you felt your most rewarding role was. What you ever played.
Wow. Fine. I remember I went to Joss one day and I said, I'm not going to compare you to Shakespeare, because that's just ridiculous, because you're going to know I'm lying to you now. But, frankly, Shakespeare only had 3.5 hours to explore the character of Hamlet. He only had, or 3.5 hours for Richard II, Richard III, Macbeth. It's about 3.5 hours worth of expert, really thinking about one individual. But I had 6 years of really good writing. And if I really look at the depth and where we went and what we said and the whole thing, and I compare it to Hamlet, I'm like, Hamlet ain't all that, actually. There's not as much there. So, did that answer your question? I talk so much, I forget what I'm doing.
Hello.
Hey, babe. Good morning.
Morning. I have two questions for you, actually, really quick. The first one, I know there's a resource for this, and I meant to look it up, and I forgot, so I'm just going to ask you because you're here. Do you have a CD out of music? You do? Okay. So
I have 3.
Oh, excellent. I had a feeling, and then I was like, I'm a dum-dum, and I just have to ask.
Yeah.
Are they going to be here to buy?
No.
That's okay. I'll do that online then.
Yeah, you can get them online. I was with a band called Ghost the Robot. We did an album called Mad Brilliant, which I think was pretty damn good. And then I did 2 solo projects after the band broke up. One was called Civilized Man, the other is called Like a Waterfall. You can get both of those 2. I paid for the band on Like a Waterfall, and Ben Peeler, who's the guitarist for the Wallflowers, plays on it, and the drummer for Alanis Morissette plays on it too. So I paid so much money.
I can relate to that.
Yeah.
The second part of my question, because I'm also a musician and a singer, and I wonder, I feel guilty putting you on the spot, and you can say no. I wonder if you remember enough of the very last part of the Buffy musical episode to sing it with me. The end of, you know, where they just leave, they go outside the bronze, right before the kiss, which I won't make you do, unless you really want to. I'll help you.
It's been so many years that I sing my own songs.
Right.
I don't remember.
It's like, I died so many years ago. I think that's about all you really have to sing.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's like a harmony, I don't know.
Then I'll just sing that.
Are you game? I think that's all you have to sing, right?
Yeah.
It's like overlapping.
Okay, ready?
So,
1, 2, 3, 4.
I touch the fire and it freezes me. I look into it and it's black.
You just took me back to that night, which was so much weirder than I can even say.
I'm sure all the cast members were fun to work with, but I was wondering if there were like 1 or 2 in particular that you had the most like fun with on set or the best relationship with, and if you guys like hung out a lot off the set, like if you went to eat or like different things.
I was the one person who could put Sarah in her place. So I didn't give her an inch. And I actually had a lot of fun dissing her. I should come up, I got these new chocolate-covered raisins. You want one? No. Whatever, honey. Yeah, whatever. Because everybody was terrified of her. She was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I had a lot of fun messing with her. My favorite person, though, was Tony Head. He came up to me after the first episode I filmed, and he goes, "We don't say it like that, you prat." I've got kids in England now. They're going to make fun of me for this show if you don't get the accent right now. So he would go through the script with me every episode, line by line, vowel by vowel, the first half of the first season, and get that accent right. And he was very particular, but very kind, but also didn't kiss my ass at all. No, wrong. Say it again. Yeah. He sounds like Spike in real life, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. Okay, this is kind of odd, but someone writes a fictional novel, but it's based on your life. What's the title of it, and what's the genre? Is it romance, comedy, horror?
Definitely comedy. That's a good question.